Okay, we should be LIVE as well as ALIVE. I'm just checking because I'm paranoid. Okay, yeah, we're live on YouTube, so that's always lovely. And Twitch. Yep, there we go. All right, hello everyone. We are live. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be playing some more Team Fortress 2. And I took some time before the stream to take off all my Christmas stuff because it's February and there's no need for the Christmas stuff anymore. But yeah, if anyone wants to join the game, feel free to add me on Steam. You can type !Steam in chat to get the link to my profile. And once you add me, just let me know that you're adding me and I'll accept your request and you can join the party. Hey, Wes, how's it going? Is that my favorite streamer, GrandNoodleLite, and he's not streaming in the middle of my shift? That's crazy, because I'm streaming at the same time I've always have. But yes, it is. How are you doing, Wes? I think Mono's going to join us, so I'll send a quick invite here. Yeah. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I'm trying the vertical streams over on YouTube now because I think YouTube pushes vertical streams to the YouTube Shorts feed. And so I'm trying that out. I've been trying that out for a few weeks. So if you want to watch on a phone and you can't be bothered to rotate your screen, the YouTube version has a vertical version. All right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and queue for a game here, and then people can join if they want. Oh yeah, and I also saw the mic lagging issue thing that we had yesterday for like a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what that was about, but I think it might have been, I don't know, maybe I was alt tabbed and it just didn't come back correctly. Oh, just as soon as I get into a game. Hopefully you can join quickly here. Hey, Agent. Hey, Panaraxia. Welcome to the stream, everyone. And hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I need to check my YouTube alerts. I don't think they show up, but I think they still make sound for some reason that I am not sure of. Question? What's his line question? You know what? Let me see. If I go to Stream Elements, go to YouTube and test a subscription. And switch to this scene. And yeah, I know you can't see the gameplay yet, but I just want to try this. Subscriber. Okay, that's not, that was the test. But now it's not playing. I don't know. I'll need to set up the YouTube stuff at some point. I teleported bread? How much? How much wood could a woodchuck chug if a woodchuck would? I think I actually once heard a serious answer to that question once. I don't know what that answer is, but I think there actually is an answer. Who will win, a sword or a whip? The answer is all of it. Interesting. I don't... Actually, wait, can I just outdistance that? If I don't get sniped? Or flanked? That'd be nice. Thanks, Scout. I'm not getting... Oh, it's dead. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm not getting... I killed someone. Oh, nice, you got in, Mono. Let's go. Somehow I got a kill. I'm just that good. I just waited for the spy to come along. That's why you gotta be careful. Good first game. Good first game. Do I want to stay as this? I guess so. I got a random crit on the pirate that was dragging the game longer. Nice. Always fair and balanced.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Yeah, I saw the spy coming up next to the sniper, and I was just like, I can just wait here, taunt the sniper, so he keeps looking at me, and then everything will work out.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Come here, sweetheart. Come here, Sally. Come here, Pumpkin.
It's weird how he just like calls everyone girls when he's like trying to snap their neck.
10 seconds.
Come here, sweetheart.
Ow.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I wish that VR, those VR settings still worked. There's Ubers on both sides? That's crazy. I remember when it was still possible to play TF2 in VR with just some console commands. I'm glad I did that stream because it's sort of a part of history now. Unfortunately, VR didn't take off the way we thought it would, but... we had fun, and that's what mattered. Still the only time I got, like, review copies of games. Because I was, like, the only one of the few people that actually did VR streams at the time. Oh, that would have actually been a helpful double dog. Oh! Well, that happened. Hey, Zach boy.
Why is that cart not moving?
How goes it today?
Bugger you, fool.
You know, the conga is it's a pretty good taunt to taunt people with, because you can just cancel it whenever, so even if they're a dead ringer, you can just stop. Whereas if you do the laugh taunt, then you risk getting backstabbed. But hey, I think it's kind of fair. Hello?
I need some help.
Alright, 2 heavies, 3 heavies. This is going to be a good conch. Never mind. He got 4 people with that. Wow. Where were the stickies? Were they just like in front of the cart? Oh. Nexus mods? Yeah. I use ModDB, I think, for a lot of my stuff. I might have used Nexus mods for like the Total War games, like Empire Total War and Napoleon Total War. I think some stuff's hosted over there, but my head. Were those stickies like in the same spot before? That's crazy. You know what? I'll upgrade the teleporter. I'll be that guy. It's not much, but it's honest work. It's actual teamwork in Team Fortress 2. How about that? Hey, look at that. Now we can all take the teleporter. He picked up the exit.
Down and give me 20. I move.
Oh, and now it's back.
Bugger you, fools.
Yeah. Whatever, just go through. I spent all that time upgrading. I was going to be pissed if they just took it down then. That would just be my luck, huh? I see that sentry there. I'll just shoot once there to...
Why is that cart stopped, maggots? Thanks.
Well... Hi. Jeez, where's everyone? What's everyone love about that room so much? I'm just trying to, like, spam spawn.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Aw. I need my Liberty launcher. Imagine dying to this. Nice. That reminds me, I have a strange fan of war. Just to mark all the kills I've gotten with it. And it has to be with the fan of war. Like, I have to actually get the final hit with it. That would be a good name for that too. That's a beggars. They just disappeared. Unfortunate. I just want to push the cart a wee bit. Ah, come on, just right over the edge so that we get right at the end.
Why is that cart stopped, maggots?
Oh my goodness. Just a little bar there just stopped. Ow.
The cart needs to go forward.
Oop. I didn't mean to shoot that last rocket. Just trying to jump and protect my head. Corner peeking is probably the best way I can deal with that. I saw your shadow through the wall. Unfortunate. We'll count the sniper as a sentry, sure. Ow.
I do not see a cart moving, ladies.
What else would be a good
One of you deserves a medal.
meme weapon? The Thompson would be good. Imagine dying to this with the Thompson. I didn't mean to actually switch. I think all the spy guns can get decent kills.
The cart's moving back, lads!
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Maybe the pain train? The pain train I hear is actually pretty good if you're on offense, though. It's like low key, not bad. Aww.
Bloody hell! Ow!
8 terabytes. And a 2 terabyte SSD, nice.
Ends in 30
That was a
seconds.
good pill. Oh, I saw him like at the last second. And 2 1 terabyte NVMe's, dang. I have, well, now I'm actually not sure.
10 seconds.
I think I just have 3 1 terabyte drives. I think. Oh. It's actually been a while since I've cared to look, but let me see here. This PC. Okay, so yeah, I was right to suspect. So my main SSD, it's not NVMe, but it is an SSD. Is 1 terabyte. Then I have an older second SSD. That's 1 terabyte as well. And then I have a very old hard drive with 2 terabytes, which I mainly only use for storing footage. Since, like, you know, it's a very slow SSD. Or it's very slow hard drive. I actually think by hard drive standards, it's actually not that bad, now that I think about it, but comparing it to the SSD in that I currently use for my games, it's like my new SSD is literally 10 times faster. Like if you load up Gary's mod with all my add-ons and stuff, it's literally 10 times faster. It'll take like, it went from like 2 minutes before like you could load up to like 20 seconds. I don't know if that's actually like 10 times, but you get the idea. I think it was literally 10 times for to turn on my computer though.
Competition begins in 30
And when I got the PS5 the other day, one of the reasons I went with the PS5 Pro was because of the 2 terabyte SSD. The regular PS5 and the Slim come with a 1 terabyte SSD, and I figured I probably would want more storage. And I'll be the first to admit I didn't do a whole lot of research into like SSDs that are compatible with the PS5, but the SSDs I saw on Sony's website for like SSDs were all like $140 plus for 1 terabyte or whatever. And so I was like, if I'm going to buy extra storage anyway, then that's probably going to make up for some of the cost difference to upgrade to the Pro. Plus you're getting like extra performance and stuff. So
mission begins in 30
even if the performance isn't amazing, it's still better, which would justify like a bit higher price. You could argue that it's still like, you know, not entirely worth the extra $100, or maybe it would have technically been a bit of a better deal, but
mission begins in
considering that I traded in a bunch of stuff, which brought the price down quite a bit regardless, then I'm fine with it. A Gen 4 NVMe SSD, yeah. I have no idea. Oh, I killed someone. This is good. I have no idea how much those cost. Game recording, I know you can record now, Steam. Just out of curiosity, Gen 4 NVMe SSD, 1 terabyte. Okay. So I'm seeing like some that are as low as like 60. I did not believe you. Yeah, and that's what I figured too. It's like, I guess I could have lived with 1 terabyte in the standard PS5 for a bit, but eventually I would want more storage. Because like you said, you know, games are pretty big. Especially if you go with, you know, the PS5 Pro updated stuff with all the best textures and whatever. Which, if I'm getting the PS5 Pro, I probably want the enhanced features, right? Oh, and I also figured if I was switching from... Hold up. If I was switching from Xbox to PC, then I might as well get some extra performance out of it. Alright, if my theory is correct, then my microphone is really laggy now. Because I'm also hearing some audio lag, and I'm not entirely sure what that was. That's what's causing that, but... all I know is that yesterday when I alt-tabbed and went back, it fixed itself. Let me open up the stream in a tab here. Twitch doesn't even say I'm live on my home stream for some reason, but it is showing up on... on my channel. So yeah, I'm not sure what causes that. I think it should be fixed now. Well, maybe not. I really don't know what causes that, if it's like encoding or what. Ow. You know what? Let me pop out my stats real quick. No, don't cover up anything. So, if I alt-tab... okay, that was unfortunate for that spy, dang. So yeah, now that it seems to be fine now. It's weird, like, I don't know what causes it to lag like that, but... it's like the second I go to investigate it, it fixes itself, so... that's just my luck. I have a Lexar NM790 4TB SSD in my PS5. Nice. That had to have cost a pretty penny. Also, see ya, Mono. I didn't respond to you immediately because I was investigating audio, but... let me see.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
An M790. No way. There's no way that it's only... okay, yeah. Here it is. $333. Dang. I mean, that's the difference between a PS5 and a PS5 Pro, right? Let's see, 5, 7. Well, if you include it on sale, then I guess it is, but... but I'm not one to judge. Like, the SSD I have in as my main drive now, it was like, I got it years and years ago, like when SSDs were first really starting to take off. I think it actually cost like $800 or something insane like that for 1 terabyte. That just shows you how early on it was into the SSD era. Like today, a 1 terabyte SSD for $800 is insane, but back then, SSDs were brand new and it was much more reasonable. And I'm still using it to this day, so I guess I am getting my value out of it. building a building.
Spies sapping my sentry.
Spy sap in my building. Well, Ripperino. Hard drives are cheaper to make and more eco-friendly. Interesting. I never actually thought about the eco-friendliness of SSDs and hard drives, but I guess it would make sense. Well, I guess it depends. If we're talking like a mobile system, like a laptop or something, and you're moving it around a bunch, and you know that could potentially damage like a hard drive more than like an SSD, then maybe, you know, you could argue in another way, but I guess, yeah, if it's just a stationary system, then I guess it makes sense. Yeah, it must have been on sale or something, because Amazon's selling it now for $330. Although I didn't check if that was like an official seller or if it was like another retailer. That's one thing I don't like about some Amazon listings is if the original person isn't selling it anymore, it'll really look like you know, the person with the best price is the official seller. Like, you need to look closely at who's actually selling it. And a lot of times shipping is handled by Amazon, but it's sold by someone else, so you gotta look at the actual maker of it. It's just kind of annoying. Nice.
Packing up.
You think I can get away with this? With the Jag, I can. Jag actually not a bad pick.
That was getting heavy.
You know, it's weird.
I'm moving this.
I just realized this is the exact same sound as the match found sounds. So I was like, wait a second. Matchmaking didn't put me in another game, did it? Nope. It's just the teleport sound. Jeez, we're moving here. I never actually realized that before.
Dispenser going up.
Now, unfortunately, I can't teleport back to spawn to get a new entrance going, but I can do what I can while we're here. Let's have this poke over the edge a bit. Oh, almost got me. I don't even have a chance to get my stuff up. We're just pushing so fast. Yeah, you guys push. I'll push the cart. You guys can Uber. Oh, you know what? I can finally get an entrance, so. Yeah, I heard fake drives are a problem, especially with cheap SSDs.
Teleporter going up.
People put
Teleporter going up.
SSDs there down that put report fake storage numbers. All right, I'm surprised my sentry didn't get destroyed.
I'm moving this. Go on, get.
Just peek around the corner. I think I need to jump up there with the Wrangler to reach the roof, right? I don't think I can just stand on the dispenser and put stuff up here. Yeah, no, I have to jump up there. Unfortunately. What was your plan there, Spy? Well, too late. You can set my teleporter, but you can't set my victory. All right, I gotta manually remove you. Because TF2 doesn't remove people when they leave the game. But yeah, I spent quite a bit of yesterday and the day before downloading games to the PS5 just because there happened to be a bunch of stuff on sale. And then I also wanted to download Fortnite and all that stuff. So I'm glad I got a PlayStation with more storage, but...
Prepare to compete in 60 seconds.
Let's do Pyro. But yeah, like, for example, I saw Far Cry New Dawn had a sale today where you could get Far Cry New Dawn, Far Cry 5, and Far Cry 3 all in a bundle for 20 bucks. Oh, and Far Cry 5 was like the ultimate edition. So I was like, heck yeah. Far Cry 5 is like one of my favorite games of all time. I'll take that. Yeah, I did get that, Sackboy. I did get GTA 5 for PS5. I'm not entirely sure how much I'm going to do on that. Because on Xbox, I pretty much have everything. And if I'm going to start from scratch on PS5, I probably am not going to want to grind for everything. Like, you know, the MC businesses, I probably am not going to get those. What else?
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Arcade I might get eventually because of the drones and stuff. Nightclub I don't know about. I guess I can get eventually. The first one I want to get though is the Agency because I do love the contract heist. I honestly just like playing the contract heist just to play the Dr. Dre missions.
Mission begins in 30
Like it's an easy it takes like twice as long as it does to grind KO Perico, but I have more fun, and I think it's easier to grind than KO Perico. And I think they've changed it, so I would need to learn the new strats for grinding KO Perico.
10 seconds.
I do want a Kasatka though, but the first thing I'd get would probably be the agency, so I can do all the contracts and stuff. Heck, I might just go get the 200 mini contracts done so that I can get the passive income from the agency ASAP. Don't get me wrong, it was very hard to grind for that to get the max daily payout. But I honestly have so much fun with those contracts that I'll probably do it eventually. But like, I don't want to do the Doomsday heist again. Like, the finale's just a pain. So I probably don't want to do Doomsday again. I do want a agency though, and Kanjali, because those are always fun to use. I'll probably want the auto shop because that stuff's fun, like the robberies and stuff. But I probably won't do a lot of the other things. Like, I probably don't want to do... No, I had the wrong melee equipped. Unfortunate. I probably don't want to do the casino heist again, but I would like to have the penthouse. You know, stuff like that where, you know... I haven't even done the OG heists on Xbox because they're just such a pain. I made it to Series A funding, and the only reason I made it that far was because for a little bit I had a little group that actually did the OG heist, but yeah, they're just a pain. And the money you get for them isn't that great. No. I probably am not going to get Red Dead Redemption 2 because I completed the story on Xbox and I'm not interested in the online. And don't get me wrong, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a great game, but I think the story mode for me, it's like I did it once and I'm good. Like, I don't need to play it again. Like, I'm satisfied with my time in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Enemy has received additional time.
Whereas, like, you know, GTA, like, I actually want to play the story mode again before GTA 6 comes out, so that was like a no-brainer. Far Cry 5, I love Far Cry 5, so that's a no-brainer. But Red Dead Redemption 2, it's like, I played it, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm good. Maybe I'll want to replay it in the future, but not quite yet. Ah, he just kept body shotting me. Good waste of an Uber, though. Yeah, I was never really a fan of Red Dead Online. I just couldn't really get into grinding it like GTA. And, you know, since Rockstar abandoned it, it's like, what's the point? Oh, hey, Mohammed. I didn't see you there on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. I'm talking to Sackboy on Twitch here. Oh, welcome. How's it going? More dead pyros than a great white concert. I don't get the reference. I don't listen to music.
Mission begins.
Well, I do, but just... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not into the Wild West aesthetic. I don't know. There's just a lot of fun stuff to mess around with in GTA versus Red Dead Online. Like, you know, the Conjali, you can always go on like a rampage with that, and that's fun and stuff. There's not really an equivalent in Red Dead. Yeah, there's like the oppressors and stuff, but I don't know. Just didn't appeal to me as much.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I want that loadout. Oh, okay. To be honest, I probably deserve that. But yeah, by the time I get through with GTA, getting the stuff I want in GTA Online, and then playing other games, then plus Fortnite, like GTA 6 is going to be out by the time I'm completely done with it. Yeah. Well, I just did do stuff in private lobbies if I really need to avoid that stuff. Oppressors are good for grinding. Like, I used my Oppressor Mark II to grind KO Perico and stuff. And they're good for, like, certain missions where you have to go to really weird spots. Oh my goodness. We are so dead. We have 2 snipers. What are they doing? I think we lost this game. That was some lucky arrows. Rip. Well, I'm going to take a quick restroom break and we'll queue for a new game here. Get a fresh start. I got the cozy camper. Woohoo. Where's my mute mic button? Oh, there it is.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm back. I didn't expect to get into the game so quickly. And also, the audio is weird again. I wonder... Okay, so it is in full screen already. I thought it was in windowed mode.
Alert.
Odd.
The control point is being contested.
Yeah. I mean... It's, It's very useful to grind, and I don't think people care if you grind with it. It's really just when you use it to just cheaply kill other players or grief other players that people hate it. Because everyone hates having to grind it in GTA Online, so no one can blame you for taking shortcuts. It's just that people use that to grief a lot. Oh, okay. I need to figure out what's causing this. Like, it's not... I'm not dropping frames or anything. And now it's... the audio's normal again. I don't know what's causing that. Yeah. Honestly, I would be fine with grinding the Doomsday heist if it wasn't for the one ambush mission, you know, the one in the hangar. Like, that one is always such a pain. Like, it completely ruins everything. Because it's like, you know, there's so many enemies. They all have very good aim, and they keep spawning until you get to the end. Ow. And, you know, it, like, completely ruins the rest of the missions. Like, I would even do a bunch of the grinds by myself. Like, I was fine doing the Deluxo retrieval missions by myself, even though I had to go back and get 4 Deluxos one at a time. Like, I was still fine with that because it wasn't hard. It just took time, you know? You just pop on the radio and you're good, but... It's like, when it's such a pain, even with extra players, like, that I just don't like. Oh, also, if a mission is, or prep is easier to do with fewer players, like the OG heist, that's just lame, in my opinion. Like, the fact that the OG heists are actually mainly difficult because you have to have 4 people is just crazy. Yeah. I don't really do a lot of resupply missions, honestly. I just pay for it all. I think you're talking about one of the missions for the bunker, right? I always paid to have those done because they're just a waste of time. and they are annoying. The only resupplies missions I would do is for stop it. The nightclub. And I only did that when I sort of, I don't know, just wanted other things to do, more variety. Oh, the crates, yeah. I never really did the crates. I did them, like, once. And actually, I got the warehouses mainly because you can fast travel to them. If you have a CEO assistant, and you give her a call on the phone and request a helicopter, you can use the helicopter to fast travel to any of your warehouses. So I just got a couple warehouses around the map so that I could fast travel to them, but I ended up never actually really using them, so I would only use them when I was like up in Toledo or something. Ow. But like, even for like travel, I actually liked having the AI driver drive me around. And the best AI driver you can get is with the agency, so. Like the taxi drivers are just bad. And the limousine driver is bad. It can actually be worse if you're going like in the wilderness because it's so long. Like the limo just can't take some corners. And even near the wind farm, I've had it struggle like going around corners and hills. Just because it's so long and it's not built for that. But like the SUV driver from the agency, he can do anything. Like I rarely see him get stuck because he drives very quickly. He does a very good job of staying on the road. And he's just literally better in every way. Yeah, that's nice, Sackboy. Actually, you know what? I saw that American Truck Simulator is actually doing a DLC for Iowa, which, you know, is where I'm from. So I'd be kind of curious just to, like, try American Truck Simulator again, just to see how well they do Iowa. You know, I see all these state DLCs and, like, I'm always wondering, like, how accurate are they really, you know? So, we'll see. Is American Truck Simulator, is that on PlayStation? Or is it just PC? Only PC? I guess it makes sense. I mean, if you really want a good simulator experience, I imagine it would be hard to, like, control it with a controller. Oh boy. Thank you, medic. My goodness, that's a lot of people. I need some ammo. Oh, hello. I don't believe you. I don't believe that spy actually died. That I believe. Woo-wee. I can see a spy dying there for sure. I didn't expect a heavy to be up there. Unfortunate. Yeah. I'm just curious, like, how close it is. Because I assume, like, the trucks, American Truck Simulator devs, I assume they make it by hand, right? I don't think they use, like, Google Street View or anything. And if they make it all by hand, then they've got to make some cuts, right? So, like, are there going to be towns that are missing? Are there going to actually have, like, full cities? Or, I don't know. Probably not. I'd be surprised if it was anywhere close to 1-to-1.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
But it makes sense, like, I think Iowa has, like, the world's largest truck stop, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. I'm not exactly a trucker, but I think I heard that pretty recently. Yeah, the important bits, yeah. Also, it's 1-to-19 or 1-to-20, nice. That's not bad. You know, I'm just curious, like, how accurate it's going to be, you know? Like, how much, I don't know, how much of the University of Iowa is going to be in there, right? Like, that's like a big hub area for out-of-state students. Young people in general. Basically, if you're not a farmer or old, then Iowa City is the place you want to be, probably. It's like the one city that in eastern Iowa that actually has stuff going on in it. Like, you know, there'll be some stuff in, like, Cedar Rapids, but not much. And, you know, Waterloo has some stuff, but, I mean, it's just not the same. Especially with Iowa probably not being the first presidential caucus in the nation anymore. We're probably going to get a lot fewer candidates and probably a lot less attention nationwide. So there's going to be very little to do here. Like before, at least in years past, if you were into like national politics, like you probably knew about Iowa, you know? But with that that change in the schedule and us losing our first in the nation status, like really the only reason to be interested in Iowa is if you are into corn or ethanol. Or I guess if you're a big tech company looking to host a data center, because there is like a big Microsoft data center not too far away. Like, I'm pretty sure that, oh god. I'm not entirely sure on this because I don't really keep up on it, but I'm pretty sure there's talks for like an Amazon data center somewhere. I know there's a Microsoft data center nearby. And I'm pretty sure there's a Google one somewhere too. But I think Google has like a bunch of small stuff too, so I don't know. But like, it makes sense for data centers to be here because it's close to Chicago. So tech companies can service the big Illinois, Chicago area. But you get the cheap land prices in Iowa. But yeah, I mean, unless you're a huge company or you just happen to live in Iowa, you probably don't care about the data centers. But I think that's why like xCloud and Google Stadia worked so well for me. Like, I had such low latency because I'm pretty sure that all those data centers are so close. Yeah. Well, I think what I heard about the Amazon data center was that they were trying to get like a lot of incentives to like Amazon to make a data center because it does employ like a lot of people locally. And you know, when you're talking about a data center, like, you need like tech savvy people too. It's not just like a factory worker that, you know, you just hit something with a hammer and screw stuff all day. You know, you have to have like technical knowledge and expertise. So it brings like specialized jobs to the area and stuff. And we actually do have some pretty good technology education programs. I know a bit about that because I got a certificate in network and system administration here in Iowa. Like, one of my professors, like, really had been like working with computers since like the 80s, so like he knew his stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't get the entire semester with him because I think he broke his back and had to retire early. But unfortunate. But even like the replacement like professor I got was still really good. So you should have killed me when you had the chance, engineer. Ow.
The final control point is being contested.
Yeah, I think data centers are pretty cool. Like, just having these big rows of computers and trying to keep it all cool and stuff. I remember my dad used to work at, well, I don't think this, you know, I don't think it'll dox me or anything if I say it. He worked at Jelly Belly, like, a long time ago. And he worked a lot in their, like, servers and stuff, and he was an IT guy, so he, yeah, just seeing, like, even just Jelly Belly's servers were crazy. Like, the server room was always like cool, very temperature controlled. Like, it wasn't warm, wasn't room size, but it was like cool to cold. And it was always like super clean and pristine. I actually think it's not a bad work area. Like, if you have to working like, if you have to work somewhere, then, you know, you have a nice air-conditioned, clean room. You're not going to, like, be working in the heat, like, in construction or something. Oh, there's a sentry down in the bunker. I didn't even see that. I haven't seen that, a sentry placed there in a while. But yeah, I mean... I just thought it was really cool in general. Oh, and then, since he worked there, like, we would get, like, these Jelly Belly-shaped pizzas and stuff from, like, the lunchroom. That was always cool. So, I mean, hey, if you ever want to be part of a company but don't actually care about what the company makes, IT is not a bad career choice. Not saying my dad didn't care about, you know, the stuff his company made, but I'm just saying that's like the IT field in general. Yeah. Like, he would later go on to work at a different place that made, like, training videos for, like, you know, banks and a bunch of different businesses. Like, it's hard to be passionate about stuff like that, you know? It's not like YouTube where it's, like, entertaining content, or... I guess it's kind of I guess it's kind of educational, if I could talk correctly, but... You know, a lot of the stuff, you know, you might not know about, like, just because you make the training videos doesn't mean that, like, you know all the ins and outs of, like, being a banker or whatever you're making the video for. I'll requeue. Always wondered why workers and, in data centers shred and destroy hard drives and SSDs. Well, a lot of times that's really the only way you can know something's destroyed. And I'm not sure if you're actually asking that, or if you're saying you used to ask that, but now you know. But the main reason is just because physically destroying data is the only way you can guarantee it's destroyed. Like, wiping a hard drive doesn't actually wipe it. It just marks data as being able to be written over. It's like whiteout on like a piece of paper. Like, if you write, if you have a sheet of paper and you have a pen and you write like, you know, a few paragraphs on it or whatever, and you want to delete that, what you wrote on that sheet of paper, you can use like whiteout or something and like essentially paint over it. But the data is still there, like your writing is still there. If you hold it up to a light or something, you can still see what's under the whiteout. And the same thing applies to like hard drives and SSDs. Like, you don't actually delete stuff. You just sort of mark it as available to be written over. And so if you're working for like the government or a big company that needs to guarantee that certain information is destroyed, you have to physically destroy it. And once you physically destroy a hard drive or an SSD, there is very little you can do to get data off of it. The more parts it's in, the harder it is, which is why shredding is a thing. Like, if you break a hard drive in half, you could theoretically... It's very tough. You need special equipment and stuff to do it, but you could theoretically like get stuff off of a drive still. It would probably be incomplete and broken and stuff, but you could still get some stuff off of it. So you just need to break it up as much as you possibly can. And then, I don't know, maybe eventually there'll be a technique to like get data off of shards of a hard drive disk, but I mean, even like, you know, the most well-funded like governments in the world probably can't recover stuff off that stuff. Yeah, formatting can write zeros and stuff, but I think there's still certain techniques you can do to like. I don't know how it works. I'm just going to be honest, but I think even if you format a drive, there's still technically a way to get some stuff off of it. And I know that's true, just because if it was true, then everyone would just format their drives and there would be no need for hard drive shredders. But yeah, you can like format a drive, then break it down, and then once it's shredded up, it's like you're not in 100 years will you probably get anything out of that. I don't know, maybe there'll be like an AI technique invented in like a couple years that'll change everything, but currently I don't think there's really anything you can do to get a lot of content off of a destroyed hard drive. I don't have the ammo for this. Now I do.
We have lost control point.
Right now, I'm honestly just like throwing out rockets to just splash damage the point. Hi. Bye. And I did pick up ammo, so he's actually dead.
Mission ends.
Oh. He was shooting at him, so I thought he was real. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really back up that much in general. Like I use cloud backups. I just don't have that many files on my computer that I can't just re-download, you know? Like games, I can just re-download from Steam, and most games have like cloud saves, so none of my games really need to be backed up physically. Photos are like in iCloud and Google Photos, and you know, you could find other apps too, but so I don't really need to back up that stuff physically. I mean, I guess technically, you know, it's better to do that, but you could also have multiple services and stuff, so like for my photos, especially for like my childhood photos and stuff, like I have those on a USB. So those are backed up physically and in the cloud. But other than that, what else do I really need to back up? It's not that much. Like I can just I just have like iCloud Drive going, or you can have like Dropbox, and you know, I mainly just back up the stuff I use for my stream. Like that's really the only thing that's left. Like my OBS profile, this border, the transitions, like the artwork for my logo and stuff. Like that stuff I have backed up, but that's backed up in the cloud, not physically. It doesn't really need to be. Anyhow, even if I lost all that stuff like tomorrow permanently, like it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like I could still stream. It just, my stream wouldn't look as nice. But I'm not gonna lie, if I lost like my transition and stuff like between my scenes, like I'm not gonna cry about it. It would suck. Like my stream wouldn't look as professional. But you know, like my logo is uploaded on countless social media websites, so I can just grab that from one of them. I don't really need to keep that backed up, even though I do. Thumbnails. If I haven't used it in a thumbnail on YouTube already, then I probably don't really care about it too much. So I could just re-download those from YouTube.
Our control point has been captured.
Oh, hi. Yeah, that's the gold standard, Sackboy. I mean, it's also a matter of, like, how much do you care about what you're backing up, right? Like, for me, having a physical copy and a copy in the cloud is enough. I don't go the extra step to have a physical copy somewhere else physically, because if my house burns down, then I probably will still have access to the cloud version. And if my cloud account gets hacked or whatever, and that stuff gets deleted, then I'll still have the physical version because my house won't be burned down, you know? Like, you know, it's not impossible that both of them could, like, get deleted at the same time somehow. Like, it's not impossible for me to get hacked at the exact same time, like, my house burns down or whatever, but technically it's possible. But I just think has such a low chance of actually happening that I just really don't think it's worth, you know, the extra cost of storing something off-site, having to update it, physically, like, take it back and update it, and then take it back to where it was before, you know. Aw, how does none of those hit? Aw, come on.
The control point has been captured.
And I'll be honest, if I'm ever in a position where I don't have access to, you know, a physical copy or a cloud copy, then my life is probably in shambles. And I probably have bigger concerns than recovering some pictures or photos. Like, you know, if my house burns down, my primary goal is probably going to be to find somewhere to sleep, you know? And if I get hacked and I burn down my house burns down at the same time, then, like, I mean, my accounts have been hacked and my house is burned down. Like, you know, priorities. And I keep using the house burning down example, but like, you know, same thing applies to like if I get if like a burglar breaks in or something, like, you know, same thing. Or like a flood or a tornado. We are in Iowa, so a tornado could happen. Again, like if a tornado destroys my house, like my primary goal is going to be to like find somewhere to sleep, get a new house, you know, or find somewhere else to live. And I'll probably still have my cloud backup, so I'll still be fine. And I can just make a new physical copy, you know? Because I can always like download my cloud backup onto another flash drive, but someone got a gold frying pan. Nice. I didn't acknowledge it yesterday, but I think someone got a golden pan yesterday too, if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty interesting.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
I don't know. There was one point where I wanted a golden pan, but at the end of the day, there's just so much more you can buy instead of a golden pan that it's just not worth it. You know, it's kind of like why I don't have Australians, really. Like, there's a bunch of weapon skins I can have that look just as good, if not better. Like, my rocket launcher. I used to have an Australian rocket launcher, but my autumn rocket launcher also looks very nice. So, why would I just keep my Australian instead of, you know, selling it, getting a skin for my rocket launcher, and then having some extra metal or keys left over, you know? What do I want to do on Harvest?
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Okay. Was that really that important for you to get the kill on the medic? I mean, he would have dropped Uber, but he just came out of spawn, so he didn't have much.
In 30 seconds.
Oh, well, that's a cool screenshot.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Probably not gonna win, but we can try to make it so it's not a steamroll. Yeah. Well, it's not a steamroll, at least. We had the point for some amount of time. Look at that. We held it for a good 17 seconds. Hashtag not a steamroll.
Prepare to compete in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Giddy up. Woo-wee. I'm surprised I survived all that. I'm surprised I survived that. I got stuck on the wall and I very well could have died. I saw that sniper peeking. What the? I completely lost track of him for a second there.
We have secured the control point.
Oh! Nice. I was like, if no one's going to take care of that sniper, I'll do it.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
That didn't go the way I thought it would. Shh. What? I thought I had more health than that. I like that trimp though. Those guys are just living their best life. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I looked into that a while back, but it uses too much electricity. I guess it's fine if you, oh my goodness. It's fine, I guess, if you don't pay for your electricity and stuff, but since I'm paying for my own electricity, like, I just don't think it's worth it. And it also wears out your PC parts too. So you put wear and tear on your PC parts, and then you also have all the electricity that you need to pay for while it's doing all that. So I don't know. To me, it's not worth it, but I haven't really looked into it. Last I looked, you needed like a bunch of different computers at once to like make it worthwhile.
We have lost control point. Mission ends in 30 seconds.
You had that low health and just stood out in the open?
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Well, I got the sentry down. What are you dancing for? Well, we capped it. I'm probably going to lose, but...
We have lost the control point.
I don't want to do Rotunda. Let's just 3Q again. Dang, matchmaking's on point today. You can try Sniper. The one class art team's missing.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Oh, that's probably going to be a pain.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate.
You know what? Let's get the Cozy Camper. I haven't heard of the 2038 problem. What's that about? Ooh, that wasn't bad. Hi. Aw. Nice trick stab. Similar to the Y2K problem? Huh. Yeah, I haven't heard of that at all. If it is Y related to, or anything like Y2K, then probably not a huge issue.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Ooh, not bad. I just heard the crunch.
Mission ends. We have lost the control point.
What threw me off with that spy too was that I pressed my previous weapon button, but I didn't have a previous weapon out. So I pressed the button and I didn't do anything. But now that I've pulled out my meat, I can just whip out my meat whenever I want.
We have secured the control point.
Well.
Alert. Our control point.
Oh, interesting.
Alert.
So if it's like a 32-bit thing, does that mean it really only applies to 32-bit machines?
Ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Because the vast majority of computers are 64-bit. And all Macs are 64-bit now. Or maybe it also affects programs, I don't know. Huh. Well, to be fair, companies have a while to fix that.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh my goodness.
Control point enabled.
That seems like a fixable problem because, you know, you get a lot of phones that can just sync their time to like
We have captured the control point.
a world's clock or something. Get whacked by my meat. Yeah. I don't like that sightline because it's just so hard to hit someone with like a reflex in that little gap there. Uh, 6v6, nah. I don't actually like the 6v6 format. Not to mention like the obvious problem with that. At least make it Highlander. That way we can have one of every class. Ow.
The control point is being captured.
Ah, you got this. Yeah. Not headshots, but whatever. Honestly, it's almost kind of weird how... Oh my... Ow. It's almost weird how much headshots are prioritized in TF2 versus other games. Like, other games, like, don't get me wrong, headshots are fun and all, but... Like in Fortnite, for example, like, the big thing is that you hit someone with a sniper, not necessarily hit the headshot. The headshot's more of a bonus. Because, you know, you get the big burst damage off with the sniper, and then you just finish him off with an AR. I guess you could do the same thing with sniper, just use the SMG. But it's not the same. No! How did none of my melees hit? wasn't great, but you hit 100% of the shots you don't take, I suppose. Yeah, well, that's the... That did not look like it was going to hit me. That's the benefit to PC. You get a lot more control over your adjustments. I don't know if you can manually do it on PS5 because I've only had it for like a day, but I know on Xbox, like, if you wanted to use 120 FPS modes, you had to plug it into 120 hertz monitor or TV. And I don't even know if you had the option to go to the 60 FPS mode unless you plugged it back into the 60 hertz TV. I know for a fact you can turn it off so that it's never 120 hertz. But I don't know what happens if you can force it on, you know? Mostly. Although PS5 Pro does have a mode for PS4 games where it can make them look a little better. And I think some games, well, they need to patch it, but I think some games you have the option to play 60 FPS in what used to be the 30 FPS quality mode before. I don't know. It's less settings, but like, you know, as I moved on, I've just sort of cared less and less about being able to adjust my settings and stuff. I mean, it's kind of weird. I'm playing TF2 while I'm saying that because I've highly customized my like auto exec and stuff, but for like most games other than like TF2 or Battle Royale and Fortnite, most of those games I just am fine with 60 FPS on the TV and stuff. I don't even care about like the resolution necessarily.
Thanks, soldier. Let's
In 30 seconds.
I don't even care about as I was saying, I don't really care about resolution because pretty much everything is at least 1080p, especially on the newer consoles. And as long as I get 60 FPS, I don't really care. I really don't know if there's any games where I wouldn't prefer 60 FPS over 30. Like, I don't know. I just don't know of any games where you have to make such a significant sacrifice that I would rather have 30 FPS. I was shooting at my own team because I'm used to being on red. Ow. See, that's where you were wrong there, Scout. Like, I don't need to shoot you or anything like that to kill you. I just need to shoot in your general area, and then you're dead. I minorly inconvenienced that engineer. You know what? That other soldier using the cow mangler. I don't know. I need my charged shots. I can wait a bit longer for my charged shots. I don't know why. There's just something about fully pronunciating charged shots that, I don't know, I never get tired of.
The control point is being contested.
Haha. Really? You had that little health? That's crazy.
We have lost control point.
I want to hit someone with my charged shot. Yeah! That's a nice charged shot right there. I'm just going to keep walking towards you and shooting, and you'll die at some point. Charged shots! That was a good charged shot.
Give 'em hell, boys!
Let's get another charged shot ready. You just didn't see me, I guess? Yeah, VRR is really good. I wish my TV had that, because I think you can do it on console too. But honestly, like, I mean, as long as the game has a solid 60 FPS, then it's probably fine for my TV. No. Get... Again, you have so little health. Why there?
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Oh, just barely made it. Ow. Yeah.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
I mean, that's the thing, like, my monitor is good and all. Like, it's 180 hertz, 1080p. Would I like it to have VRR and G-Sync and all that fun stuff? Sure, but I don't know. Similar situation with my TV. It's like, would I like VRR? Sure, but I like 124 hertz TV? Sure, but at the end of the day, it's 4K, it has HDR, and it has very decent latency, so can I really complain enough to spend like hundreds of dollars on a new TV? Probably not. I like how we're all just going out of our side door now.
Control point.
You want to reflect my charged shot, Pyro? It's not enough to stick around.
Ends in 30 seconds.
I'm gonna walk over because jumping over I'll have no health.
Mission ends in 30 seconds. We have
That was a horrible
control point is being
place to do that fight in, because he was easily able to shoot at me, and I just didn't have a good angle on the ground next to him. That's cringe. Also, we'll probably do one more game after this one ends, and then call it a day. It's Sunday, so 2-hour stream.
Competition begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was even funnier with me just instantly respawning.
Control point enabled. Alert. Control point is being contested.
I'm also not opposed to trying, like, to do a stream from my PS5. However, A, it's on Wi-Fi, so probably wouldn't be amazing all the time. B, I think the only camera that works with live streaming on PS5 is the PlayStation camera. And I hear that's pretty not good. See, I wouldn't have any of my alerts. So, I don't know. Oh, and see, the PlayStation camera is like $60 on the low side. I see some places selling it for like 70 or 80 bucks, but I ain't paying that much for a webcam that's supposedly worse than my C920. So, I don't know. Maybe if I could find, like, a PlayStation HD camera for cheap, maybe I'll try it out, but 60 bucks for a webcam that I can only use to live stream on PlayStation 5 is not great. It looks like a clamshell camera, yeah. I mean, if I could use it, like, on my PC, then maybe I would consider it. And I don't know. I haven't really looked into that specifically, but I know the only thing you can do with it on PlayStation is stream. Like, you can't record a gameplay video with it. You can only stream with it. And I think some very select games use it for, like, gameplay features. Like, I heard there was this one horror game that, like, would take, like, a little video clip of you when you got jump scared, and then it'll show you your reaction when you got jump scared, like, haha. But I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm also not sure if that's the old PlayStation camera, or if it also works with the new one. Yeah, I want to try that out some point. I did see that get pre-installed, and I knew it came with the console. I got a lot of stuff I want to play. Oh my goodness. It's like I only need to hit one shot on that guy, but I'm potato aim. I am potato aim. Ah, I'm getting burned everywhere. Yeah, I want to look at what games are supported by Game Help. That sounds like a really good feature. Like, is it in Skyrim? Like the Anniversary Edition? Because I always need to look up the solution for, like, this one puzzle. Oh, that was clever. It's in the College of Winterhold's questline for, like, the dwarven machine or whatever. And I always need to look at the solution because it's not very clear at all. It's like the one puzzle I need to look up the answer for. And like all the other ones are brain dead simple, but
We have secured the control point. 5.
I also want to see how good the quality is of the built-in mic on the controller.
Victory.
Because if I did stream from my PlayStation 5, I don't know if that would be good enough. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, since it is Sunday, I do gotta get going. So I'm going to end the stream there. Sackboy, Big Adventure, Cyberpunk, some other game support help. I'm sure there's a list online I'll look up here. But I'll have to look at that later. But I gotta get going. I'd like to thank you all for coming by and watching the stream. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're watching the vertical stream on YouTube. And hit the follow button if you haven't already on Twitch. And you can also get notified of when I go live by joining the Steam group or the Discord. Links are all down below. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't know what we'll be doing next week, if we'll be going back to Fortnite or if we'll be streaming more of this, but we'll just see how it goes. So thank you guys again for watching, and